Hello everyone and welcome to Crafts with Miss Chelsea. I'm Miss Chelsea and today we're working on the origami ball. You will need origami paper or cardstock and that is all you will need for this project. So let's get started. Alright, so you should have 12 sheets of paper because we're going to make an 8x8 ball. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take a sheet and make sure that it's clean and fold it in half. It does not matter which direction because it's a perfect square, but you need to fold it in half. Try and make sure that every fold is really crisp because it really changes the look of how your project is in the end. Alright, so after you fold it in half, you're going to open it back up. Then you're going to fold each side to the line that you made with your first fold. This will be halfway through your paper. So as you can see, I'm folding it this way, and then I am folding it from the other side. And once again, make sure your folds are all crisp. After this, you're going to take the right corner and bring it down to the middle. And try your best to make this tip very crisp. Now you're going to fold the other opposite corner up. So you're going to go from the bottom left to the top. Alright, and you're going to make sure once again that the corner is crisp. Alright, so now you're going to unfold this, and as you can see, when it was folded, a corner got bent. That is important. It's supposed to get bent. So what you're going to do is you're going to open it back up and take the corners that got bent and fold them the opposite direction. So I'm going to take the top left and fold it down. And I'm going to take the bottom right and fold it up. So you see it looks like this. Alright. Now I'm going to open the bottom and fold that right corner. It's already been folded when you did it the first time, and I'm going to fold this one up over it. Then we're going to take the next corner, we're going to do the same thing, but we need to make sure that it goes under. So make sure you fold it under and in. If you have crisp corners, it should look just like this. Alright. Now we're going to take your paper and flip it over. I then want you to fold the corners in to make a square. Fold that in half and you'll have a small triangle. It's not going to stay in a triangle, it's just to make sure that your shapes come out well. So I want you to continue to do this exact folding technique with all 12 pieces of paper. I'm going to show you again in sped up motion just so you have an idea of how it's supposed to go. A good way to tell if you're doing this right in uniform is that all of your shapes will fit together perfectly if you stack them on top of each other. You have to do the fold exactly the same way. So you can't go from the bottom right up. You have to continuously go from the top right corner and fold down when you're in the third step. Now that we have 3 of our shapes folded, I'm going to show you how to fit them together. One of the legs will go into another slot. Based on how we folded it, you'll see how perfectly it slides in. Then we're going to take our other one of the 3 and slide it into the one that was already slid into. You're then going to take the corner from the first one and slide it into the last one you just got, making it form a triangle. If you folded everything in crisp lines, it'll look exactly like this. Alright, so you continue this until you have all 12 folded, and then you slide all 12 into your triangles. Okay, so now that I've finished all 12, I'm going to show you how to assemble the entire origami ball. We're going to start from one of the corners that has nothing attached to it and slide it casually into another. It really doesn't matter which one you start from. I'm going specifically to have the patterns match up a certain way. So the first thing I'm going to do is slide this pattern into this one. The way we folded it, if it's all completely uniform like I keep saying, there should be an open slot in every corner. I'm even showing you in slow motion how easily these should slide into place. So now with the next one, we're going to once again slowly, to the best of our abilities, slide one of the corners into another one. And this red into another slot. We're then going to take this one and slide it into this slot. Generally, you can feel when it's possible because they're all facing the same direction. Now we just have to add our last set of 3. And we see that there are 3 tabs at the bottom, so it should be a perfect matchup. I was a bit frustrated because there was no way for me to get this green slot in without having it touch another piece of green, but I digress. So I just slipped this last piece in, and this piece went in perfectly. After that, you can just smush your ball together, kind of how I'm doing it right here. And while you're doing this, you can touch it. You can kind of feel whether or not there's anything wrong with it. Like, for example, if you see right here, I could feel that something was wrong. Also, every slot should have a different color on it. It should never just be one solitary color unless you have 2 touching the same color. So the red, I could feel it. But once I put it back into place, I was done. And you can see that it's all aligned together. So when you're done, it should look like that. One of the things I've learned from making the origami ball is that it takes a lot of time and patience, and also that it can be a nice decoration. Thank you guys so much for joining, and as always, see you next time.